good evening, and welcome to Try Not to Die Thursday, where I will be continuing tonight to play Oxygen Not Included in the base that I have been running for the last several weeks. How many weeks? Oh, this is week 8. Alright. And we are continuing right where we left off, which is staring at these batteries, because the batteries that aren't the smart battery are not charging. So I'm going to see if I replace them with smart batteries and hook them together in a series that hopefully all of the batteries will then charge, which will make them last a lot longer. So here's hoping. So that is the project for today. So we're going to be starting by selecting this battery and deconstructing it. We're going to do this one battery at a time, very carefully and sanely, so that we don't lose power to the base entirely. And let's see, yes, we had the project going on here. I am expanding the bedrooms so that I can put more decor in and make things prettier. So that is the project that's going on up here, and which I should really be digging out that dirt for. And we've arrived just in time for downtime, because apparently that's where I left off before. Let's see, we have skills available. Oh dear. But our folk are mostly utterly out of balance as far as their morale and their need for morale are, so I don't think... Well, Hassan here has 3 extra points, so he could definitely learn something. And apparently I had him working on the farming, so sure, let's give him farming. Let's give him the full branch of farming there, just because. And Ruby here is in excellent shape, but I don't actually have anything that I want to be teaching them right now. I mean, exosuit wearing will be useful later, but I really don't see any reason to go there now. I don't have any exosuits. So we'll just leave them alone, and we'll see what blueprints are available. Well, I don't have anything set up for another dupe right now, so let's take the rust. There we go. And I do need to figure out at some point some place to put some showers. I'm also very proud of this setup that I have going on, in that I finished last week, which is taking the really hot water from this area that is being produced by this steam vent and is piping it rather extensively through the cold zone here in order to cool the water and then pumping the much cooler water back over into my water tank. And I have this sensor here set up so that once the water reaches this level, it will turn off automatically, and that there will be the chance for more water to build up here. And I believe it was last week that I set up these massage chambers, which are thankfully not actually needed at the moment because I am very impressed with myself in that I have zero stress in my buildings, despite the long commutes and the inability to store more food. I'm producing more food than my dupes can currently eat. So I don't remember uprooting that square. Well, let's just put a mushroom in there like the rest. Ah, and they've deconstructed this battery here, which means that I can put in one smart battery made with copper right there, and with an automation wire also made of copper that connects it to this battery. Like so. And then once they've got that built, yes, I'd set the priority very low on my... Well, let's put that back up to 5 along with the rest of the construction projects. And we'll just let them figure out what order they're going to get to things. I'm not asking them to do very much right now, honestly, so... I'm not 100% sure that they can reach that algae. We're still in an algae situation. Currently, all of my oxygen production is coming from algae, so I'm constantly running out of the stuff. So that's a little bit of an issue on its own. What I'm currently thinking is that I will take this water and put another pump in it and build a special cistern just to run the oxygen maker that runs off of water from it. That's not the right tab. Let's see here. Ah yes, here we are. The electrolyzer. This one takes water and converts it into oxygen and ends up producing, well, it ends up producing oxygen and hydrogen. So I think that the idea at this point would be to build a hydrogen power generator and just pump the hydrogen from the electrolyzer into that, and maybe I'll get some extra power from it. One can dream. But first we're going to deal with the smart battery situation, and then I'm going to put in a hydrogen generator. I think probably up here, just to have it close to the batteries and the other generators. That's the idea anyway, and I'm just going to turn this pump on. This pump is pumping carbon dioxide over to my slickster pen. where my lovely little slicksters are producing crude oil for me. Wait a minute, what the earth is that power line? Hold on. Oh, I see. I was very lazy when I was putting that in. Okay. All right then. I'm not too fussed about that then. I do need to get this pump built, but I honestly I still haven't built the machine that converts the crude oil into petroleum, which is the actual usable form. So, and really there's little more than a puddle there, so the pump is not exactly on the top of my list. So I think that since perhaps I should nudge up the priority on the batteries. Yes, let's do that. Let's nudge that up to 6 so that they get to it first thing tomorrow. I think if I'm going to put an oxygen creator, honestly I should be pumping this carbon dioxide into the slicksters. Am I harvesting those? Yes I am. Okay, that's fine then. If I'm going to put in one of the electrolyzers, where would be the best place to put it? I wonder if it would fit here. I have this space here that's not actually being used for anything. Let's find out. Oh, it would fit. Okay, that's a good spot. That's a spot to remember now. Let's see. I need another water sieve. Those are 1, 2, 3 high. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I could just put it here and then put the tank, any tank, right underneath it. Yeah, that works. Alright. Refinement. Where is my water sieve? I know it's in, I'm sure it's in refinement. There it is, right at the top where I wasn't looking. Because if we built the water sieve there, and then build it build a nice little water tank down here. Yes. And then put a pump in the bottom. And we put... Yeah, we put pump number 2 right here. Oh, this is going to be fun running this. Okay. Yeah, we want this one. Oh, this is tricky. Okay. We want this. No, wait. Well, I'm already using the available spaces, so the best thing to do is to actually just go straight across through the hatch ranch. Little unfortunate, but what are you gonna do? Okay, liquid bridge. We'll make sure that it is in line. And then the pipe gets run there. And then this one just runs straight down into here. Yes. Yeah, and then this one, and it runs straight up through here. It's another liquid bridge right there. Now, where was that spot I was going to put it? Oh, right in the middle of a giant tangle of pipes. That is a bad spot. Oh, I can't bridge those pipes. Okay, I have created an absolute rat's nest of pipes, which is going to make it very difficult to carry out my plan. Let's see. Well, perhaps if I am somewhat ridiculous. Oops. If I go up this way, which way do I want my liquid bridge? Wipe one down. Alright. Okay, and then the electrolyzer goes here. that won't work because it just connected itself into that. That's bad. Okay. Stop that. Cancel that. That is not the place that it goes. Which means we'll just cancel out all of this. Perhaps my course of action is to replace these two? I don't really want to replace them before I actually figure out how things are working though, so I have an idea. What if we built ourselves the supplementary hamster wheel? And then destructed the hamster wheel that we currently have there and put the electrolyzer there. I like this plan. I like this plan a lot. And here we have 2 smart batteries. Just going to set the low threshold on that one at a 3rd. And we'll move on to working on the next one. I can already see this working because both those smart batteries are full. Oh, and I finished some research. Okay. I've just been working my way down through the tree of research. I've gotten pretty much all of the useful stuff for the point in the game where I am. So I've just been working my way downwards, finishing out trees. I'm not going to go into the rocketry at this point. I don't actually want to build a virtual planetarium, and I don't know that I'm going to be going out into space either. So I pretty much just have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes left to go. And then I could actually deconstruct all of my research stuff and use that space for something else. I'm not sure what, but, you know, why have the buildings built if I'm not using them? So we're going to learn environmental appreciation, which is going to result in a beach chair. I'm not sure how it produces sunlight, though. Perhaps you have to be on or near the surface for it to work? But yes. And they've already destructed that. I'm very impressed. Thank you, guys. And that's a copper smart battery. Hooked into an automation wire. And we'll just nudge up the priority on that one like the previous. Speaking of power, I should really run some... yeah, it would probably be better to hook these two into the system that isn't currently overloaded. Oh, I created a situation for myself, did I? We'll just cancel that nubbin. And we will build a piece of floor here so that things are nicer. Yes. This isn't going to be very pretty, but I really don't feel like moving this storage bin. I filled this storage bin with some ice that was left over after I dug my way through all of this, in the hopes of cooling this water a bit, but it hasn't had a massive effect. This water's still a bit warmer than I'd really want it to be. This is looking good. This is looking good. I have no complaints about that. Okay, duplicate skills. I don't think we need. We definitely don't need another dupe still. So let's go with the oxyfern seed. Come to think of it, with this situation down here, oxyfern wants to grow where there isn't oxygen. So, if I were perhaps to put some farm tiles down here, I could grow some oxyfern here. Okay, that's 3 smart batteries. Now for smart battery number 4. Let's turn up the priority on this. Oh, and let's set the threshold to a 3rd. I have myself set up so that I can put in more batteries later, which if I start producing a larger amount of surplus power than I currently am, I will absolutely do, but I haven't needed to yet. Okay, that's getting pretty thin on carbon dioxide in there, so I will turn that off. I'm not entirely happy about this pipe going straight through the ranch, but Admittedly, I should probably... How big is the hydrogen generator? Oh, that's not terribly big at all. That will fit up here nicely, I think. Interesting. Why is it... Must be built in unoccupied space. Well, obviously. But yeah, that's only 3 high. Ah, because there's a plant there. Actually, it's going to be a little weird, but let's release that chlorine. Just going to massively lower the priority on this so that stuff gets dug out first. There we go. It would definitely help if I unpaused. Things actually would get done then. And that goes there. And that goes there. And the priority on all that goes to 6. And we deconstruct that. Set that to okay, that's much better. And I'm going to want an airlock. And a heavy watt joint plate. Okay, yes, I am paused. Alright. So we want 3-watt wire. Whoops. We'll just connect that in there. And then ventilation-wise, what are we looking at? We have 1 inbound. All right. We will deal with that once we have the space for our electrolyzer here. Alright, and we literally are not dealing with this right now. There we go. Actually, and we'll just make that priority 1 as well. There we go. My coal is getting low. Overcrowded, yeah. They are very crowded, but they aren't hungry. Because the algae is getting low again. Once I have that smart battery built there, why have you frozen? All I was asking you to do was cancel that one thing. And research complete. Which means it's time to go on to the next box down. Parallel automation. Which is very fancy automation indeed. I'm not sure what I will be using it for, but if it wasn't useful, would it actually be on here? It's hard to say. There's a lot of things on here that I'm like, what would I do with this? What am I supposed to do with this? Okay, come on, get the battery done. As far as it goes, we're actually going to be seeing a change with Try Not to Die Thursdays. This is actually going to be my last time playing Oxygen Not Included for a while. Mostly I feel like I've been doing the same things I've pretty much been doing the same things for several weeks in a row here, and I thought maybe it was time to change it up. So next week I will start, for Try Not to Die Thursday, I will be playing Darkest Dungeon rather than Oxygen Not Included. I actually just put all of the mods together and ran a test game for Darkest Dungeon just to make sure that everything works the way that it's supposed to, and the game ran beautifully, and hopefully people will join me. Oh, and I have the Puff Prince in my base now. When did that happen? I'm certainly not complaining. That guy poops oxalite for some reason. But it does mean I'm going to have to be careful with construction here to make sure that he doesn't escape. Because I definitely want to keep that in the base. So, if you could maybe build that automation wire. Excellent. Alright. And we'll set that threshold to 1/3 as well. And this is already working the way that it's supposed to, because this is perfect. This is excellent. Ah, yes, that is beautiful. And that reminds me, this will need to be hooked into the automation system as well. Just like that. And excellent, they've gotten that out. So, my experimental electrolyzer. The planning has begun. And putting it there has hooked it into the wire that's running along here for everyone, so that works out perfectly. So all I need is... oh dear. Oh, that's just gonna spit it into the air, is it? Okay. New plan. Let's see here. Yes, all right. What we are going to do is we are going to build ourselves an electrolyzer chamber. Yes, I know this is huge. Oh, wait, come back here. Yes, okay. We'll put the electrolyzer in here. Okay, we'll put the electrolyzer in here. Well, there will be an electrolyzer in here somewhere. Alright. And we will also need... no, ventilation. We're going to need 2 filters. I don't know whether to put this up or down. But in any case. And I can already see that one of my filters is upside down. We will deal with that. But yes, we'll cancel this filter. And turn that one over. And we will pump into this pipe. Cancel this one because I'm going to lay this out in a way that makes sense to me. Yes. Then this filter. This filter will filter out the hydrogen, and then the rest. Darn it. I just want it to be pretty. We're going to figure this out. I'm going to figure this out. Alright. That goes up. This goes down. This goes down. This one goes down. And over. This one goes this way. This one goes this way. All right. And that actually gives me enough room for 2 of these hydrolyzer things. Which is nice. So basically, we'll have the top one be... Where will we vent this to? Okay, let's vent the oxygen to here. Which is sort of central and is also out of the way. So I wish you could label these. All right. This one is hydrogen. Do I have gas bridge? I bet I do. I do. Okay. Oh, thanks. I hate it. Oh, well. Okay. Yes, okay. Hydrogen goes... Okay, so the top one is hydrogen, and the bottom one will be oxygen. And that will run through here, up here, through here, and plonk. And this pipe of all the miscellaneous... just gonna send right outside the base. Miscellaneous goes out there. If there's any miscellaneous to be had. You know what? Cancel building there. Yes, I like that. Okay. This does look maybe a little bit weird. But it's kind of working for me, mentally. And So, the pipe that I'd run up there, I don't actually... Okay, so, in the meantime, let's put a door and a wall on there. And for the plumbing, oh, that works out much better. I can just, you know, plunk this. Plunk. Okay, and then all we have left is running the power. Not from the overloaded system. I don't know why I'm bothering to make this pretty. Why? There. This is good. I like this. This works. This is going to take a lot of constructing. Well, let's just start doing it a piece at a time. It's all very confusing up here, so let's start with all this. There we go. You don't want to set things high priority too much at a time, because then it gets very confused about what's doing what at any given point in time. And also there is quite the confused mess of things being built here, so... But they are getting at it with a clarity. Basically, I really need to do something with all this dirty water before it overflows the new and expanded tank that I gave it. Oh, it's beautiful. The water system is doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing there. That is perfect. Algae is starting to get low again, but it hasn't run out yet, at least. The slime, that's another matter entirely. I honestly have no idea if the one oxygen thing will make enough hydrogen to actually run this power generator, but it's better than not having anything to do with the hydrogen at all. And hopefully my puffed prince doesn't escape while they're constructing this. You know what? Let's nudge up the floor just to make sure that prince stays where he's supposed to be. he's not actually tame, which means he's kind of a precious resource. Oh no! No, get down from there! No, don't do that. Come down. Get down from there. No! Oh, he's escaping. Oh. Yep, he's gone. Well, I tried. I tried to keep him. That's a pity. That was a source of free oxygen, that was. Oh, and I didn't even notice that research was complete because I was paying so much attention. Okay, next box, or set of boxes? I think, yeah. This is the last set. Once these 3 boxes are done, I'm probably going to deconstruct the science station. I mean, I suppose I could claim this area. Maybe build showers or bedrooms or something in it, but... oh well. I do still need to figure out a place to put my showers. Yes, we're getting this all built here and done. Why did Devin just stand there like that? New printables. It's still not going to be a dupe, but let's see what else is on offer. Come on, game. You can do it. Oh, all the dupes were pink there for a moment. That was very strange. I don't want or need any of these. That's unfortunate. I guess I'll just... ah, well. Admittedly, now that I have them doing construction projects again, they are not picking up anything. But that's okay, because the mess is going to get worse a long time before it gets better. I'm just putting an airlock on the hydrogen power generator, just in case there's leakage. Okay, we're going to have the generator soon. Excellent. Alright, we just need them to finish up this room. Okay, there we go. It occurs to me that I'm kind of building this halfway backwards. But for the next one, let's get all of this mess going. I should probably put another one of the not switch arrangements on this room, now that I think about it. Let's see. If the water gets this high, I want it to stop. So, where's my NOT gate? There's my NOT gate. Can I turn that over? I can. Okay. And the automation wire runs into that. Oh, how do I... Oh, this is going to be interesting. I need to run this in such a way that it doesn't actually go through any of the airlocks. Let's see here. That's messy. That's terrible. Alright, so in order to keep it from passing through any airlocks, I'm going to have to run it up the ladder. Which means I want it this way around. Yes. And the automation wire runs from here to here, and then it goes here, and through here, and over this way. And it bridges here. Oh. That is not what I wanted to do. Yeah, that goes in there. That goes in there. I think I'm going to have to make more copper soon. Okay. And we'll set those to 7 as well for this area. Because we don't want to overfill this with water. That would be very unfortunate. So, and we're just tell them to clean this stuff up. Okay. We'll get the water processing system built. And then we'll start working on the chamber. Like, we'll make sure to get the automation process stuff built so that it doesn't overfill with water in there before we're ready. Well, before I'm ready. And yes, I certainly have grand plans, I do. I'm really, like, not doing anything major with the automation as yet. I must admit that I don't fully know what I'm doing with it. But I can do these small basic things. Ah, and there we go. We have an AND gate, an OR gate, a buffer gate, and a filter gate now. All very useful things. I know that I will at some point find uses for those. I just don't know what they are yet. Particularly the AND gate. Yes, we're getting everything constructed here. Looking good. It's looking good. Which is good because we're running low on algae again. I should probably find some more algae. Got to be a way to get over to that algae without breaking into that chamber. Oh, apparently that's the edge of the map. I cannot go any further to the right than this. I wonder if that means there's more algae to the left. Algae, polluted water. That's a lot of algae, but how do I get to it? Oh. Okay. That is easier than that stuff over on the right, I'll tell you that. That is much simpler. I don't know how I'm gonna get at that one, honestly. But yeah, this lot I can mine for a while. Okay. Hassan will get to that. Sooner or later, Hassan will get to that. He's not going to be able to jump the gun for too much longer here. Don't you dare get stuck in there, Hassan. Oh, he almost made it to the algae. Almost. So close. But here comes Ruby. Ruby will do it. Just as we run out of algae. Oh, timing, timing. They're getting this together nice and fast. That's excellent. Do I have that one little corner? Yes, I do have that one little corner. Oh, let's put that back at... there we go. So, we have the power generator built, and we have it wired in. Everything's all hooked up in that area, so that's ready to go. We still haven't finished running the pipes. This is somewhere close to halfway built, I'd say. We've nearly got the automation built. Hopefully having that right where this drips down over it isn't going to be a problem. Okay, and we will set this to Water. Most of those other liquids, I would not put something built out of just copper in something that hot. Okay, yes, this is good progress. They've nearly got this chamber built. Once they've got this together, I'm going to set the pipes and the pump that goes into it. But I refuse to waste water that I've gone to the trouble of cleaning. So, there we go. Okay. Now we hit these up. Priority 7. I will have to remember to set that one box back to 5. Speaking of which, this door is priority 5. It is not priority 7 now that nothing's running through it. So we'll get that pump and all these pipes built. Okay, and we've got a green signal. That is what we want. That is perfect. That's excellent. Okay. Now we set this box back to 5 and this box back to 5. Just to keep everything nice and organized that way. Alright, and we have water. We've got the water processing now. Okay. So... this looks like madness, and yes, there is a method in it. Because there is no point in building in finishing building the oxylizer until we have the system in place to actually process it all. I'm not worried about the water because I put that sensor in there. It is not going to overflow on me. Oh, that's more research. Got an arcade cabinet, a duplicate checkpoint, a virtual planetarium, a signal counter, an XOR gate, and a memory toggle. Which means that there is only... there should only be one block left. And what I'm going to do is... we are going to get all of this piping built, by guess or by golly. Yes, there we go. the piping and the pump. We have all the piping and all that set up, and somebody has caught slime lung. And we've got a nice amount of water building up in here already. And we're going to need to deal with this algae thing, so... we have a real need for algae going on here, so the system that I'm working on here is supposed to help alleviate that need, but, well, A, it's not built, and B, I actually don't know how efficient this is going to be. Alright, set this door back to 5 now that it's done. New printables are available. I really should not have put that gravestone in the storage, because every time I go past it I remember that I killed a dupe. Okay, sure, let's get a snazzy suit. Let's get a snazzy suit for somebody. Who gets a snazzy suit? Oh, Ellie. Ellie gets a snazzy suit. Oh, and she's the one who's got slime lungs, so yeah, Ellie needs that. A shing, but I'm not sure what it is. And I have fully mature pups now, who should hopefully be occasionally producing slime for me. It's hard to say. So this is going well. This is good. Let's see. Where is my ventilation system? I can never keep track. Plumbing, ventilation. Okay, yes. This pipe is complete, that pipe is complete, okay. This one is filtering an unbreathable gas of hydrogen. And this one is filtering a breathable, which is oxygen. And everything else is getting... Oh, I forgot to set this one. Okay, it's a good thing I thought to check. That's a regular hatch. That needs to be wrangled. That needs to be part of my extensive hatch farm. Needs fertilization. Oh dear. Yeah, when I have things set to high priority, they neglect their responsibilities. And I'm going to have to set up some more automation. Max gas pressure, so properties. Primary element, mass, age, uptime, temperature, disease. That doesn't say what your gas. Well, let's see. But it doesn't say what its maximum pressure capacity is. $17.94. Okay, so what we want is a pressure sensor. Gotta be one here somewhere. Atmos sensor? When gas pressure enters the chosen range. Yes, that's what I want. I'm going to want to connect that to this, so where do I send it? I might as well make use of this thing since I didn't deconstruct it or anything. This would be an excellent opportunity to use the AND gate, now that I think about it. Where is my AND gate? AND gate. I'll just turn that over. And gas element. Yes, we want 2 of those. I am putting a lot to 7 today. Do not trap yourself down there, Ellie. I swear, Ellie, if any of you trap yourselves down there, I'm going to be very angry. Okay, so we're going to take this and we're going to set it to... We're going to set it to below 1700. And I am definitely going to have to make more copper. Carbon dioxide in there. Yes. And it stalled. That was weird. Whoa. What are you doing? Time is not moving. Why is time not moving? Okay. That was a very strange moment. Let's see if we can save just in case. There we go. Okay. Because the game has gotten a little herky-jerky and stall a little there. So I just want to make sure that all of the progress that I have made so far doesn't have to be done all over again. See, they keep freezing like that. That is very bad. And I'm very concerned about that. It's really frozen now. Wow. Made a mess? Why would you make a mess? Who got stuck where? Devin, why? There are 4 bathrooms and nobody's in any of them, Devin. Oh my goodness, the game just crashed. It's a good thing I saved. Just give me a moment here. The whole computer is freezing up. I had problems with my stream yesterday as well, and I said, oh, I'm going to restart my computer, and then I didn't. And now I have regrets. I have very great regrets about not restarting my computer yesterday. Oh boy. Yeah, after today's stream, whenever that ends, it's supposed to end at 10:30, but I am definitely restarting the computer because this is no good. This is very concerning. Okay, I will see if I can't get things started back up again here. I am so glad that I saved when I did, honestly. But yes, my computer is sending me some very emphatic messages about wanting to be restarted, I think. So as far as it goes, things are getting very complicated within the base, but the current plan is that this is actually going to be the last week in a while that I'm going to be playing Oxygen Not Included. I am not abandoning the game or the Fox Burrow, which I am running for the stream, but I figured that it was about time to switch games. As I've been playing Oxygen Not Included for 8 weeks now for Try Not to Die Thursday, and I figured that it is time to switch games, to switch it up. So I'm going to go over and play Darkest Dungeon, starting with a fresh game next Thursday. And I have modded the games, and today I tested all of those mods. And excellent, here we go. The game is running again. So, this is very strange. Most of my games are extremely stable. I don't know why I've been having the crashing problems these last couple of days. I definitely don't appreciate it. But yes, we've lost extremely little progress because I saved, thank goodness. So this is probably the best possible outcome as far as lost progress goes. Oh, and Devon made a very extensive mess. For reasons that I don't understand. There are working bathrooms. I don't know why he didn't use them. Okay, now that all that's built, we can put this door back to 5. Admittedly, Devon here chose what is possibly the best place to have had his little mess, because this dirty piss water is not going to end up anywhere near where my clean water is. So at least there's that. And that's research complete. We got a signal selector and a signal distributor. I'm still not entirely certain what to do with those, but I do know how to use an AND gate, and I've got one of those set up at least. Yeah, so they're making disgusted noises about their soggy feet because nobody's mopping. Because I have priority 7 set on a lot of things here. Okay, so we want to send a signal if it is below 1,700. Yes, that is what we want. And it's not connected because the wire isn't finished. I'm going to end up with a sage hatch just trapped in that room, aren't I? I don't want that at all. If it gets stuck in there, I'm going to have to kill it because I don't want them going in there all the time. I want them to stay out of that room. So, yes. I have done all of the research. except for the rocketry. So that is pretty much it for my research for now. If I end up needing the rocketry, I'm just going to rebuild, because for now, I'm just going to take this out. I don't need any of this. I've learned everything that I needed to learn on that. We're going to deconstruct all of it. We don't need them. We don't. They're just taking up space and producing heat. I don't have any fertilizer. This is a problem. Refinement. Fertilizer synthesizer. Uses polluted water and phosphorate to produce fertilizer. Huh. So I need to build one of these. Come to think of it, oh, I did not mean to do that. Back to the fertilizer synthesizer. Affects natural gas, fertilizer, heat. Natural gas, oh. I'm just figuring out how to deal with hydrogen. I don't want to deal with the... So, I'm just gonna leave that be. I'm gonna leave that be for now. I don't know what to do. Beyond get all this built, of course. Okay, we're building our sensors. That's excellent. I'm going to make this one the oxygen. And when they build the other one, I will make it hydrogen, and that way the pump will only run if they sense both. That sort of system is working really well for my lovely little sixters here, so I see no reason why it shouldn't work for the dupes. Should I build a natural gas generator as well, so that I can have the fertilizer? $100 question there, I suppose. Yes, we've still got we've still got almost 1,000 algae, so we still have time to get this whole system together. Mopping, excellent. And the water level in here is looking good. a circuit overloaded somewhere, but... Okay. We've got our automation systems kind of running. We've got a new printable available, and I'm not going to think about it right now because this wire needs to be finished. Okay, and this sensor is hydrogen. So the way an AND gate works is that unless it is receiving a green signal from both of these sensors, it will not turn on the pump. So when I do this, yes, this is looking right. This is green signal from the one, red signal from the other, thus red signal for that one. This one is sending a red signal, but it's not fully connected yet. Just 2 more sections. Which also means I can set the priority on these back to 5. Okay. Automation is hooked up. Okay, we're looking pretty good here. Now what we do is experimentally we turn these off. Although apparently that's going to be a task for tomorrow. In the meantime, I don't want any of these. I already have so many pipsqueaks. I'm just going to reject it all. Oh, and they have a bunch of this built as well. So we'll dig out a bit more algae here. Oh, and now that I'm not doing any research, I should probably change Steve's hat. You were a good researcher, Steve, but nowadays I think you're into plumbing. He's so happy about it, too. Yes, there we go. We're looking good. We're getting... We're increasing the algae supplies. Just pop a ladder for... What a... Another one! My water supplies are endless, apparently. And a natural gas vent. Okay, we are definitely building a natural gas generator. As soon as I figure out how to safely get over there. What is that doing over there? Okay, we definitely want to corral this and turn it into power for the base. What do I not have room to store? Oh, muckroot, because of a food situation. And we'll just deconstruct that as well, regain the copper. Okay, and they're cleaning up in there. That's excellent. This is a horrifying situation here, but... Oh, they finally built that. And that is clean water, so I'll take that, yes. Yes, thank you, Hassan. I know you hate it, but you're very efficient. So yes, we mop up all this lovely clean water here. And then we just... yeah, we dig that lot out. So I had me working my way down over here, but... But I do want that natural gas. Obviously, the best way to go at it will be from underneath. So I think what I do actually is break into this chamber and build my gas processing stuff in there. Build around this and then break through this wall when I'm ready. That seems reasonable, I think. So we want insulated tile. Whoops, no. There. Yes, just like that. And then in here, okay. I can't even see where I'm digging here. But yes, that is the way. Somewhat bigger than it needs to be, but I think that's a thing that can and will be dealt with. And we're just going to put yeah. I'm gonna put a manual airlock here. And up here. And gas element sensor. Well, there will be one there. This looks like madness, but I swear there's a method in it. There we go, and then to get there... well, let's just... and... Yes, okay. Okay, that is definitely what I want. And because tonight has been tonight and yesterday was so terrible that I made it disappear from the internet, I'm going to save after having figured all that out. Alright. Currently, we want to make all of the processing and then break down the wall into that space so that we can get at the natural gas. And I guess I'll put in a natural gas generator up here. But yes, I could make use of automation for this as well. So that when I can make an airlock so that the natural gas doesn't keep escaping whenever the dupes go in there, if they go in there. But I can also put in a sensor in the actual natural gas pumping chamber that will make it so that that pump only runs if there's actually natural gas to pump. Because otherwise it's just going to keep running and running and running and create a vacuum. And a vacuum is bad. A vacuum will damage the pump. So, this is still pretty thickly carbon dioxide in here. So I'm just going to let that keep running. I want to know if this system works. But the main problem is that I think I may have I've set the atmosphere sensor to low for that. Let's try 1800. If it's below 1800. Yes, and then when they turn those off, oh good, they've already gotten started on this here. Let's make that a little higher priority. Just to get that started. And frankly, let's get those farm tiles going too, can we? and it's downtime. The algae supplies are good for a while I figure all this out. should figure out what I'm doing with this space here. I can go further with converting this to kitchen. Come to think of it. It'll get rather warm, but I think it's already, yeah, it's already pretty warm there from the other one. They've started work on the other bedroom as well. That's excellent. I may have made this room a little too large. But I wanted to have room to put in another one if I wanted to. Which I do. I have more than enough room to put in another one if I want. Scalding. Who is scalding? Why is anyone scalding there? That's the problem, I think, with running on fast forward, is that by the time I get an alert, the person is no longer where they got the alert, and I'm just gonna have to guess.
Is there nothing in your settings to pause an alert?
No, I'm not sure if my mic picked that up, but, Demo just asked me, upon hearing my complaint, whether or not there's any settings in this game of whether or not to pause on receiving an alert. And unfortunately, there's not one that I've ever been able to find, so there does not actually appear to be one. The nice thing about not having the research buildings anymore is A, I'm not getting alerts about no research, and B, that frees up somebody from running on a wheel. Since I had the research stations all on their own private circuit, but yes. The idea is to get this ladder built, and then my diggers will actually go, will actually get through this stuff pretty precipitously. Because they prioritize digging. But yes, it's very nice to have finally located a natural gas generator. I was hoping that there was one around within a reasonable capture distance for me. As natural gas is, it's not only a really efficient source of power, the natural gas generator actually creates water out of practically nothing. It is polluted water, but it basically means that my infinite water supplies continue to be infinite. Which is definitely nothing to complain about, especially since I am attempting to move over my oxygen production from algae, which is finite and not always easy to acquire. She says as she skims around trying to find new algae deposits. But the more water that I have access to, the more oxygen I can make out of the water. And the better a position I am in. So that is the current plan, and what have they done? I didn't ask them to plant thimbleweed in there. I'm not going to complain because it's useful, but that's absolutely not what I wanted in there. I was going to put oxyfern in there. Let's try this again. I can't complain too much about farming thimbleweed, simply because it is the source of fiber, which is the only way to make fabric, which is you need fabric in order to make the suits, the protective suits. There's absolutely no way around that particular requirement. Is you have to have thimbleweed fiber in order to make the cloth. So having more thimbleweed is not that bad a thing. I didn't ask for that to be done. They decided to do that on their own. Scalding. Ah, it's Turner because he's looking after the slicksters. Slicksters like it hot, which is why I've built their chamber right by this steam vent, so that they can stay nice and toasty, but it's not so comfortable for the dupe who's looking after them. Oh, and I have another delivery already. Well, I already have a surplus of it, but I'll take the copper, thank you. Okay. I'm planning on building more automation. That'll be great. But yes, the current plan is to get this entire outside of the enclosure built and put together the airlock that is planned without breaching into all that lovely, lovely natural gas, because I don't want to waste that at all. I don't want to waste a single tile's worth of that natural gas. So what we have them do is build this ladder so that they can get to both the top and the bottom. And in fact, we're going to make this other ladder the same priority so that they can get to the other side. And then once both ladders are built and the digging has been done, we can then have them build the actual walls and get in here. And what we'll do is we will build a pump and a sensor for natural gas in here, so that that pump will only run when it senses natural gas, and we'll also have a filter, and the filter will filter the natural gas and toss it back up into here, and the rest will just get vented back into this area. And then up here we'll have another gas pump with another sensor, also set for natural gas, and that one will be the one that will actually go all the way back to the base and to the natural gas power plant that I am definitely going to build. But it's the first things first. We do not want to waste any natural gas. We don't want to suffocate any dupes. Which is another reason why we have the oxyfern here. They like to grow where there isn't breathable air, but they put out oxygen, which will then rise up into the rest of the base. That's the plan. This room is getting very interesting indeed. We shall see once those are actually turned off. The dupes are not good about actually turning things off. I wonder, do I have anybody who has operating as a high priority? I do. As far as I know, operating is what causes them to turn buildings on and off at my request, so... Well, Steve, we can put you back to neutral on researching. And I think I'll make you a high priority operator. We'll take you off attacking since you're not really into that, and make that tidying instead. Hassan can deal with the attacking stuff. We haven't had to use it very often. It's all good. I think once I actually get around to getting another dupe, I'm going to have to make them prioritize life support. Yeah, see, there's Ellie running on the wheel. That's operating. Where is Steve? There's Steve. Steve is operating. Okay, they're both operating, and that's why nothing is getting turned off. Okay. You know what? I'm going to dig out this section here because it's bothering me. But yes, I think I will put the natural gas generator right here. Because the batteries can go up this way. And I should probably build another row of batteries. But yes, natural gas generator takes up extra space because it produces water and it actually just spits it out on the floor. So there has to be room for a natural gas generator and for a pump. Okay. Yes, this ladder section needs to go away. This airlock needs to go away. This is probably the best way to do it. I can deconstruct this tile and run the heavy-duty wire through that. No, actually, I changed my mind. Cancel that deconstruct. This spot on the floor. That will be a heavy watt joint plate. Oops. I keep closing things before I'm actually done with them. And then we'll just run that along there. Okay. And this pump where is the venting pipe? Right next door. That's what I was remembering. That is... actually, we want to connect this automation wire right in there. Well, just for consistency's sake, we're going to put a manual airlock on there because that's what we've been doing with all of the power rooms. And we'll just put a ladder section in there. Yes, I'm liking this. This is looking good. I'm not going to run the pipe to here yet, simply because I want to build the pumps and everything down at the natural gas first. Turner, why are you so injured? Turner, what have you been doing? This is exactly why I built a hospital, Turner. You'd better be going to the hospital. That's what it's for, Turner. Yes, good boy, yes. You can rest. And in the meantime, I'm sure I gave somebody doctoring skills. Not you. Not you. Not you. Not you. Ellie! Ellie has doctoring skills, so Ellie gets a new priority. Not decorating. Where is... there it is. All of Ellie's priorities are high priorities. That's no good. There we go. That's slightly better. Okay. Ellie should hopefully be here to help you soon. Here she comes. There she goes. Ellie, why? And I don't think that anybody's going to be taking care of the ranching while Turner is down. Food poisoning. He's gotten food poisoning on top of his wounds. This is why I set up a sink for the hospital. Get better soon, Turner. Okay, it's getting kind of hilarious here, but things are happening. Excellent. We've got the first ladder built. And the second ladder is being worked on. One moment. Don't forget the mail. Sorry. It's the first of the month, so... I don't actually participate in April Fool's Day, but unfortunately I do participate in the paying of rent. Okay, that carbon dioxide's getting a bit thin, so I'm going to turn that off. At some point I'm really going to have to like set up an automatic for that. That would be really nice, but I haven't yet because I've been so distracted by other things. The hilarious thing is that this water is just deep enough here that it's actually going to block the polluted oxygen from escaping. I can see a lot more in this direction now. There's more coal, more algae, another gigantic salt and sand deposit. I'm still not sure what to do with salt. Oh, another cold sector. This is looking good. Wait, that's gold. Oh, that's gold. Okay. Get that. That is a high priority. We do not want to seal that in there by accident. It's all misfortune and unhappiness around here for the dupes, but... you know what, let's mop that up. Just to keep it from being a nuisance. Okay, we got that gold. Life is good. That's excellent. Perfect. And we've got these ladders built. So... this wall and this wall have just become a priority. Congratulations. I still don't know what to do with salt. I could get down into that water, but I'm not sure if I need it yet. Hooking it into the cooling system would be difficult. I don't know if I want to go to the trouble. Oh, the oxyfern are definitely helping. Okay. Choose a blueprint. Still no space for another dupe, but we'll take another oxyfern seed. I can probably figure out some way somewhere to use that. Things are interesting and weird in here. I feel like I've got this, you know, like I'm doing the right thing. I don't have proof of concept yet. Turner is nearly recovered. That is excellent. Okay, so progress. Okay. Need enough room for a pump. For a filter, turn that over. Oh, that plant is still in the way. Okay. Well, it's filthy and diseased, but at least it's breathable. So yes, this is looking. I am not going to be finishing this tonight, which is unfortunate, since next week I will not be playing Oxygen Not Included for Try Not to Die Thursday. Instead, I will be playing Darkest Dungeon, because I felt like it was time to change games. And also because, frankly, in Darkest Dungeon, it's harder to keep it's harder to keep your people alive in Darkest Dungeon. So, Try Not to Die Thursday will be even more hilarious, hopefully. At least that's the current plan. But yes, things are looking good. I mean, there's water all over the place around here, but that's not actually all that much of a problem to me. You know what, just because it will make it a little faster, let's just make that a stair instead of a climb. Invalid construction location. What is happening? Oh, they dug out the floor already. Okay. Okay, that's not a problem. And Turner has recovered. Stress around here has gone up to 20%, and most of that is Devon, who has learned too many skills. It's possible that I should build, there is a thingamabob that you can build that causes duplicants to forget all of the skills that they've learned. So you can basically reset them and then have them relearn skills so that they aren't in a situation like Devon is. Because our Devon here, as you can see, the red squares are vastly outnumbering the green ones on Devon, and that is exactly what is making Devon stressed. So I might look into that at some point in the future. Though for right now, it's mostly other construction projects. As we've got all this situation. And they finally took that thimble readout, which means that I can start fooling around with this again. That gets a filter. And it gets a gas element sensor. And an automation wire. And we have a gas vent here, and a gas vent here. We have pipe from here to here, and here to here, and here to here. And we have insulated tile, and another manual airlock. Continuing onwards, we have another gas pump. And we have another gas element sensor. Wire. And we look upon it and we say, yes. Yes, this Yes, there we go. All right. And we have a gas pipe. It goes straight out here and down here. Trick is how to power that whole setup there. Perhaps if I build them their own battery. Yes, I think actually what I want to do is build them their own battery and transformer. Okay. Okay. Where do I have room to put this? Above. Please don't freeze again. So can I put it here? Can I get away with putting it here? I can! Okay. And a power transformer, and we turn that sucker around. regular wire out of here. I know I'm running a bit late here, but I'm just... How do I navigate this? That's probably my best way. Wire bridge. Where's my wire bridge? Get it all the way down there. Oh, it's gonna be messy, but I'll have to do it this way. Okay. I'll bridge the wire over there in a stupidly messy way. Oh. Oh. Another wire bridge. One there. Okay. Alright. Ah! That is not what I intended to do. Alright. Come on. Victory! There we go. That is the way. What a lovely mess I've created. And we're going to put a door on that. We're going to build it its own chamber of shame. We're gonna build that ladder back in there. Going to dig that out. And we're going to put an airlock in right there. And we're going to dig out that section right there so that we can still access that ladder when and if we actually want to get into that chlorine. I feel ridiculous. And I didn't connect up the automation wire. Okay. Smart battery connects to the... Yep. Connects to the power. It's a system. Congratulations, it's a baby system. As can be told, I am really not doing anything resembling good planning when it comes to what's going on here. But as far as it goes, I am actually creating something that may or may not work. And which they're already building. This is excellent. So, this all's happening now. Oh Lord, it's happening. You know what? I'm gonna need all the copper I can get at this point, so, you know, dig that out too. This is going to be a bedroom, eventually. Once the ladder is deconstructed. So I'm going to readjust the bedrooms so that they're a bit taller and so I can actually get some decor in them. But yes, oh, this all is what's happening. Oh, wow. It's really impressive what I have set up here. It's going to be even more impressive if I actually pull it off without killing anybody. However, it is already 10:43, which means I have gone well past my stop time. So, on Ruby and Hassan finishing up their mopping and getting to work once more on my... I'm going to have to call it a gas chamber. This is where we stop. And we make sure that we save, because this is a lot of setting up that I did here, and I don't want to actually waste any of it. So, Turner came close, but by some miracle, no one died. So, Try Not to Die Thursday has succeeded once more. I will be returning again in a few days. On Sunday night at 10:30 Eastern Time, I will be returning to Twitch to stream Disco Elysium, where I will be investigating a murder case that only gets more complicated the more I poke it, which I suppose is a good thing for a murder case, but it's also, I see no end in sight. I don't know how to solve this murder anymore. I thought I did, but I don't. And then after that, I will be back again on Wednesday evening at about 7 p.m., well, sometime after 7 p.m. Eastern Time, playing Among Us with a bunch of my writer friends, which is why I can't give an exact start time, because getting all of us together is like herding cats. And then I will be back again on Thursday for Try Not to Die Thursday, where I will be leaving this base be, despite having a lot of stuff going on now, and I will be playing I will be playing Darkest Dungeon on Thursday for Try Not to Die Thursday, and I will be playing a modded version with mods that I have very carefully picked out myself for this playthrough, and most of which I have never played with before. I did run them into a game to test them, but I ran like two runs through the Darkest Dungeon, just to make sure that everything worked and that the game wouldn't crash, but otherwise I haven't really done anything with these, so we'll see if I can manage to keep people alive. In the meantime, I hope everyone has a great night, and I hope to see you again on Sunday. Good night!